Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the eARC-EX165-K audio extension kit. This product was engineered to make it incredibly simple for you to share audio from any eARC compatible device with a second remote location up to 165 feet away over a single Cat6 or Cat7 LAN cable. The product fully adheres to the eARC standard and provides support for a wide range of various audio formats. The kit even includes a set of infrared blasters that will collect up the remote control signals from that second location and then pass those back digitally over that single LAN connection to the primary location where they're rebroadcast so you can effectively remotely control the content you're watching. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at the transmitter and the receiver modules, and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it. I'll list the features and functions that this product provides, and then I'll come back one more time and do a short demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find a transmitter module and a receiver module. You'll find two 5-volt 1-amp DC power supplies. You can simply plug this into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it which plugs into the module and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll find a set of infrared blasters. They look similar, but they're a little bit different, so make sure you plug the correct one into the correct module for proper operation. And finally, there's a full instruction manual that tells you everything you'll want to know about the product, including connection diagrams and specifications, so always read through the manual to make sure you get the best value out of the product. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at both modules, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do that demonstration. The kit includes both a transmitter module and a receiver module. The transmitter is located at your primary site, wherever the media device is you'd like to share the audio from with your remote location, and the receiver is located at the secondary site where you'd like to enjoy that audio. Both of these feature full metal enclosures, which make them really durable and a great choice for both residential or even commercial installations. Let's start with the transmitter module first. On either side, you'll find these mounting flanges that make it really easy to mount this up off the ground and out of the way if you choose to do that. On the one end of the module, you'll find a LAN port right there. That's where one end of the Cat6 or Cat7 cable between this transmitter and receiver plugs in. To the right of that are two 3.5mm ports labeled infrared in and infrared out, and this is where the infrared blasters plug in. They look similar, but they're different, so make sure you plug the correct blaster into these ports. On the other side of the module, you'll find a full-sized HDMI port right there labeled eARC in. This connects to your media source using a high-quality HDMI cable. To the right of that is a USB-C port labeled service, and that's used for updating the firmware if needed later on. You can connect this to a local computer and move the firmware file over to the module to complete that upgrade. To the right of that is a power indicator. When you add power to the module, it starts an internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED, letting you know the module's ready to use. And finally, to the right of that is a DC input port. That's used with one of the power supplies. You'll plug that power supply into a wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there and provides all the power you'll need for operation. The receiver module, very similar. You've got mounting flanges on both sides, again, to mount this up off the ground and out of the way. On the one end, you'll find another LAN port right there, and that's where the other end of that Cat6 or Cat7 cable from the transmitter plugs in. Two more infrared blaster ports. Again, choose the right infrared blaster for that remote location. On the other side, another full-sized HDMI port right there, and that connects to whatever audio device you'd like to enjoy that content on. In the middle, you'll find another service port, again, for updating the firmware on the receiver. Another power indicator that'll come on once it finishes its power on self-test, and finally another DC input port right there that's used with the second power supply that you can simply plug into a wall outlet and plug the barrel connection in here to provide all the power you'll need for operation. And that's pretty much it for the kit. The OREI eARC-EX165-K is compatible with a wide range of HDMI media devices, including widescreen monitors, home stereos, digital projectors, audio amplifiers, and soundbars. The product's features include full support of the eARC audio standard. It requires a single Cat6 or Cat7 connection between the primary and secondary locations. It's compatible with a wide range of different audio formats. It provides 165 feet of extension between the primary and secondary location and includes an infrared blaster kit for full remote control of your content. Now I'll show you just how easy it'll be to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up a small media player that's currently connected to this monitor, and in a minute I'll start the video because in the background there's an audio track, and that's the audio that I'd like to share with my secondary location. Over here I've set up a soundbar, and this represents my remote location where I'd like to enjoy the audio from that primary site. And these can be up to 165 feet apart. In front of me, I have the transmitter module here and the receiver module here. Now the first set of connections I'll make are to the receiver, and I'll start by connecting the soundbar directly to the module. I've already plugged an HDMI cable into the eARC output port, and I'll connect the other end of that to the HDMI output port of the transmitter. And now I can add power. I've already plugged in the power supply. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs directly into the DC input port. And now I can connect power to the transmitter. I plugged in the second power supply, again a barrel connection, directly into the DC input port. And now I'm ready for the LAN connection between the two, which has to be a Cat 6 or a Cat 7 cable. I have a short Cat 6 cable right here that I'll use for that connection, and I'll plug it into the receiver, and the other end of it into the transmitter. Now I haven't connected the monitor up to the transmitter yet because I want to show you that the audio is playing through the monitor right now. So let me start the video. You can hear the audio's over here, it's kind of low. That's the audio that I'd like to extend to the remote location. And to do that, I've connected another high-speed HDMI cable to the eARC port on the monitor. The other end of that plugs directly into the HDMI input port on the transmitter. And the minute I do that, the monitor recognizes the fact that I've got external connections, and in a second, it'll transmit the audio content through the transmitter across the LAN over to the soundbar. There you go. Let me turn that down a little bit. So what you're listening to here is audio out of the HDMI eARC port that's been converted into a signal that can be sent across this LAN cable, then converted back into a signal that's eARC compatible for playing on that soundbar. And these again can be up to 165 feet apart, which is pretty incredible. And the only thing connecting the two locations is this LAN cable. And it really is just that easy to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the OREI eARC-EX165-K audio extension kit helpful. This product provides an incredibly easy way for you to share audio from any eARC compatible device with a second remote location up to 165 feet away over a single Cat 6 or Cat 7 LAN cable. The product fully adheres to the eARC standard and supports a wide range of different audio file types, so it's going to work great with all of your modern media gear. It also includes a set of infrared blasters which provide complete remote control of your content from that second location. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.